shit like Big Van Vader but black. Fuck around and put motherfuckers' heads in the bag like I was slack. Cause these stupid motherfuckers really don't get the message. This the best little wrestling podcast in Texas. Motherfuckers.
Check them off like a wish list.
Welcome to the best little wrestling podcast in Texas. And this is our review for the Palé Pro cheat code pay-per-view. Man, we were there live. Oh man, it was great,
dude. My first indie show in a long time, and it turned out to be the best one I've seen probably in a long.
Because I think the last show I went to was MLW
with you. Yeah, that was my last show.
Yeah, so it's been a while, right? But man, dude, they started it out great. Like, I don't know, dude. The atmosphere was really. I dug the venue.
Well, they sold that place out.
Yeah, there was not an empty seat in the house, and that was really cool to see. I figured they would though, anyways, just with
the card, yeah.
God, dude, just the names on the card alone were amazing, dude. You can't really get away from that, dude. Like, it was pretty awesome. But
you know, and I really gotta give it to the crew there and everybody involved. Even they had technical difficulties at the beginning, and they still pulled it off. Mm-hmm. Right? They persevered through it, and they put on a great show.
Well, man, and a lot of that shit boils down to the venue, sound system, and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can't really place a lot of that stuff on them. And
I place none of it on them. I'm just saying they turned the negative and they persevered through it, and I'm really impressed.
They definitely persevered through it, and that show ended up being really, really great. But yeah, they started the pre-show was the 6-man scramble.
Yeah, that was not on the card or anything. They kind of like threw that together.
Yeah.
And really appreciated.
Yeah, that was actually a really good little match. It didn't last too long, but there was a lot.
15 minutes.
Yeah, but like all the dudes got to hit their spots, yep. And then Chip Mandalay picked up the win, and he had some really good stuff, some really great offense in that match. I thought it was really good.
Yep.
They made everybody look really good in that match, and the only thing I don't like about that match is Chip Mandalay's ring gear. Reminds me too much of the Young Bucks.
Nick Jackson. Reminds me
too much of Nick Jackson. And I hate Nick Jackson, so
yeah.
But other than that, dude, I thought that match was great. And then so they kicked the show off, and it was Nick King versus Nathan Bradley.
Yep.
Fortune 500. Nathan Bradley.
Yep.
And that was a really good match, dude. I really liked the heel work that Nick King was. I liked that he kept talking to the crowd, "Shut up," and all that. Like, that was real good stuff. They're chanting, "That is green." Like, his ring gear was super green. It was really great though. I thought that was a good match. Like, just to start the show out, I thought they could have done way worse.
Oh yeah.
Like, and that match was what, like about 10 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Roughly, ish. About 10 minutes, right?
There was only one match tonight that went to time. I don't know what their time is.
I would imagine it's either 20 or 30 minutes. I think it's 20 minutes.
I think it's 20 minutes,
yeah. But, so, Nathan Bradley picked up the win. And then we had the 6-man tag match.
Yeah.
That was Team Isaiah Broner versus Team Jay Alexander. And it was Isaiah Broner, Corey O'Neal, and Mike Outlaw versus Jay Alexander, Apex, and Prince Ahmed. And Team Broner ended up picking up the victory on that.
Yeah.
After some
turmoil,
some stuff, and then so Team Alexander basically fell apart at the end of the match. They his team abandoned him, and then he ate a triple power bomb for the pin. And it was a sad time for Jay Alexander. He needs a new team. Maybe be a better leader. I don't know. You know.
Not let that one loudmouth. I thought he was the leader the whole time. I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah, the cat. I never actually caught his name. The dude that was just doing stuff
Yelling.
on the outside of the
Yeah.
ring. Yeah. I mean, it was
Heal it.
he, he did his job perfectly.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like it was pretty good. But yeah, and so yeah, Team Broner picked up the win on that, and that was a really good match. And then I think man, dude, it's hard. It's been hard for me. I've been thinking about it since we got back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what my favorite match was, dude. This Gary J match with Khan, bro. Why were they hitting each other so hard?
That was some stiff boys.
Dude, Gary J always takes insane bumps, and I enjoy watching him immensely in anything that he does. But I worry a lot about that dude because we always say that reckless abandon shit.
Yeah.
Like, for real, like reckless abandon, man, and like, and Khan is just so big and strong and talented. Like that match was just great, man. Like I was super impressed with it. It was great. It was hard. I like that strong style, like that real hard hitting stiff. That's my kind of jam right there, and I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was actually really really good. And but Khan picked up the win in dominant fashion.
Dominant.
Mm-hmm. But and then after that, Cam Cole comes out, talks a bunch of shit, says he doesn't have to wrestle because he smashed Will all
Well,
day.
Cam Cole, the Palé Pro heavyweight
Mhm.
champion.
Yeah, he's the Palé Pro champion. Came out and said he is not wrestling because he smashed Will all day and he's tired. It's basically what I got from it.
Yeah.
Him's too tired, and then pink high pants cut his circulation off. But so Pele Pro's new manager Nastico came out and said basically like, hey, just to prove to these fans that me and you ain't working together, you're gonna have to put the title up right now.
In your suit and all.
And yeah, in your ill-fitted suit. And somebody needs to refrost that man's tips because it's looking bad up there. Anyways, yeah. So Oski comes out and gets him down to the ring finally, and they start the match, and it goes pretty good. But Cam Cole ends up on top, and he ends up, winning,
Of course.
and still, right. But then we get to the good stuff. The man, I say that, but like it's already been good. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, the Chandler Hopkins and Davey Richards match.
Oh
It goes to a time limit draw.
Yeah, that's the
And yeah, people are chanting like
five more minutes. 5 more minutes.
Yeah, like dude, I could have watched them go another 20 minutes easily. Another 20 minutes. Cause bro, that match was hard hitting. They hit so many just great little spots, man. It was just Davey looked great. Fucking Chandler Hopkins looked great. Like Chandler Hopkins always looks great though. So I went back and watched a few of his the AEW dark matches.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, dude, he just always looks really, really good. So I can kind of see why he's been everywhere and on everything. You know what I mean? Dude's putting in the work right now, man. I really see, dude. That's another thing that I really appreciate, like about this card that they put together with these wrestlers. Think about Alex Zane, right? What were you talking about? He's had 6 matches in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
In less than 2 weeks, he's had 6 matches. That's crazy. That's moving, dude. You're getting around. Like, that's wild. And they're all out there. Like, almost everybody on this card is out there putting in that work, traveling, hitting shows, and doing all these little independent promotions, man. And, like, that's that old school grind. And, you know what I mean? Build your brand.
Yep.
You know, you create your own network. You know what I mean? Like,
And nowadays with social media, you don't have to be on one of
no,
the main bookings to make a
no,
living at this.
no, man. And dude, and honestly, for these little independent promotions, all it takes is one GIF to go viral.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or just a clip or a tweet to go viral, and then they have the eyes of the world. And then you think about like a show like tonight, like with them having Fuego and you know
Lance
Alex Zane.
Archer.
Yeah, Lance Archer, Alex Zane, Davey Richards. Just, I mean, the list is long and strong for reasons for people to watch and to buy that thing on pay per view, which I'm sure wasn't expensive. I haven't gotten it yet because we sit down to do this review.
Yeah. I'm actually probably going to order it myself.
Yeah, That's literally what I'm gonna go do when we get done. Is I'm gonna go order it on Fight and watch it because, you know, I want to see how terrible I look on TV. But yeah, dude, that match was just great, and it went to a time limit draw, and I don't think anybody was really disappointed.
No, absolutely not.
And I feel like that's probably the right thing I think it's the right thing for them to do booking wise for both wrestlers.
Yeah.
To keep them both looking really good. 'Cause Chandler Hawkins is on fire, and I'm pretty sure like that's their Hogan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like they work a lot with Chandler Hawkins. So
Well, they made a lot of good booking decisions tonight, and we'll get more to that later.
yeah, dude, yeah, dude, this was
Well
done.
put together, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm such a cynic about everything. I rarely see the positive in anything because it is what it is. Alright. So I went into this almost looking for flaws and botches, shit like that. And I had a great time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dude, I kept like, cause I was trying to keep up with tweeting during the matches, and I kept finding myself just wanting to watch and be a part of it. You know what I mean?
I mean,
So that,
the whole time I'm taking, footage and all that stuff and trying to at least watch it through the camera.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, dude, it was hard because like, we want to work while we're there, but I'm trying to enjoy the show because I didn't expect it to be this great.
Yeah.
On.
Well, I mean, by that time, after what do we have next? The Warhorse match?
So Cam Cole comes out again after the Davey Richards.
Yeah.
And he says that him and Davey Richards can do business, and he wants to shake his hand. Davey Richards ends up smashing him, and him and Chandler Hawkins hit their finishes. Chandler Hawkins hit that beautiful shooting star.
Yeah.
But yeah, they ended up hitting their finishes on Cam Cole, and good guys reign supreme. So yeah, and then they, the one after that was Izzy James versus T-Ray.
Oh yeah.
And so apparently Izzy James's original opponent had to miss this for some reason. Not quite sure why. I was kind of seeing something about it earlier when I was going back over the card. But so T-Ray was like a substitution. But man, dude, that guy is a powerhouse. I didn't expect him. Did you see did you see when he threw him almost out of the ring?
Yeah.
I was like, hey, you might want to dial that back a little bit, bruh. The ring's a little small.
Yeah.
But man, I thought that was a really good match. And then so Izzy James ends up winning, right? And you can tell he's a big fan favorite.
Yeah, he's one of their regulars.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of people out there chanting for Izzy James, and I'm not too familiar with him. I think I've seen a couple other matches that he's done, but I'm not really too familiar with his body of work. So I was really impressed just with all the stuff that he was doing. I really liked the package. It was all put together real nice. I definitely wanted to watch him through that match. You know. So he's got that air about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when he came down, you just felt like he was about to do some pretty cool shit. So you wanted to keep an eye on him. That's that kind of stuff that you want to look for, I think, when you're building a roster of wrestlers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But so Izzy James gets the win, and then Charlie Haas.
There's that surprise.
Charlie Haas shows up and just kicks the shit out of Izzy James for a long time. The crowd is not having it. I mean, bruh, they booed, they threw shit. It was great.
I've seen a roll of toilet paper get thrown.
Yeah, a whole ass roll of toilet paper hit him in the head. And you could tell that was the one that upset him. Yeah, but it was great. Like,
Good
I was
stuff.
like, damn. Well, it was good to see Charlie Haas.
Yeah, I
Honestly,
wasn't, dude. There was a couple surprises tonight we were not expecting to see, and it was definitely awesome to be there for that.
Because when he first came out, I was like, is that Charlie Haas? And he kept turning around.
And then every time when he turned around, I saw Haas on the back. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but when he turned back around, I realized, oh, he just doesn't have a goatee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that was the thing that was throwing me off about him, was like, where's his facial hair? But yeah, and I forget Charlie Haas has been around a while.
A while.
You know? Well, yeah, 20 years.
Yeah.
At least. You know, and he was doing stuff before that, so he's been around a while. But man, that dude was still looking pretty strong in the ring. And I'm definitely, if they're gonna have him like
Again,
Charlie Haas versus Izzy James.
I'm there for that.
Absolutely, dude. So I guess it's gonna be. So what are we thinking here? It's gonna be Chandler Hopkins and Davey Richards and Cam Cole for the title in a three-way dance.
Maybe.
Yeah,
That'd be dope.
I think it would. I mean, I think they could do some really cool shit with that. I think it would be dope.
Yeah.
I mean, God, that'd be a great match, man. That kid Cam Cole can wrestle too. I was really impressed with the stuff that he did with that Oski. That was a good match. But and then Charlie Haas and Izzy James, yeah, that's gonna be good stuff too. So yeah. But and then we had Warhorse versus Mysterious Q. Yeah. Mysterious Q is also one that's putting in hella work right now. Well, Warhorse too. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
Warhorse, longest reigning IWTV champion. It's like 532 days or something like that.
Dang.
Yeah, dude. So he won it off of Eric Stevens in a Final Four tournament, I want to say it was. Eric Stevens won it that day and lost it to Warhorse in the same day. Like, he won it, had it in a match, and then lost it in the next match, all in the same day. And then Warhorse beat everybody for 532 days. I was going through his list of matches, and I was just like, God, he has just destroyed everybody. except Lee Moriarty.
Oh,
Lee Moriarty is the one that dethroned Warhorse, and I'm a huge Lee Moriarty fan. I'm a huge Warhorse fan.
I'm
I'd
not-
pay good money. I'd pay good money to see that rematch.
right.
Straight
Yeah.
up. Title or no title. Like that's
I'm gonna have to see if I can find that match.
oh yeah, the original one. It's
Yeah.
on IWT.
I know.
I'm telling you, bro, it's worth it. Dude, I'd suggest to anybody that's a wrestling fan, Fight TV, IWTV. These things are imperative if you want to keep up with wrestling right now, especially the good wrestling. AEW aside, like we know WWE is just hard to watch, and we keep doing it because we have faith somewhere in us that it's going to be good. But I'm saying, if you want to know what's going on, like good wrestling like this, and the future of wrestling,
Absolutely.
like these are the shows that you want to be watching. These are the shows that you want to be at. These are the shows that you want to see when they happen. And I mean, yeah, that Warhorse and Mysterious Q match.
Yeah, that's so good. I got
Real good.
all most of my photo. That match killed the battery in my camera.
Yeah, so I'm not a big fan of like funny shit in wrestling matches, but the way Warhorse does, like when dude hit him and his head went around like that, and he turns it back around, like just the little things, and then like the ref 3 count, he's like 3, 2, 1. And I was just like, oh man, like that stuff. It was just really, really good, dude. And every time I watch Warhorse, I just enjoy watching him more. But now, I'm definitely gonna deep dive into some Mysterious Q matches.
Yeah.
Cause that dude was impressive, and he's big, but he like moves just like a cruiserweight. And he's a big old dude. I mean, I'm little, so whatever, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like he's not small by any
No, not by any means. And he was definitely quick for his size. You know, and they just put such a good match together with all the little, like you were saying, his little mannerisms, you know,
Yeah.
and how it definitely told a great story
Yeah,
in the ring.
yeah. I enjoyed it, dude. It was a real fun match to watch. I pretty much I stopped tweeting after this match and tweeted like one more time at the end because I was just so enthralled in this show at this point. Like I couldn't not watch anymore.
Right. And you know they hit it straight match after match after match. We had like 5-minute intermission, right? So it didn't give you time to catch a breath or anything. We were just right in it.
Yeah. I had a chance to like go take a piss and smoke a cigarette in the middle of all that, but I never felt like I was bored,
No, not once.
or I never felt like I was waiting on shit for too long. Like it just moved real nice, man. Like all the pacing was real great all night long. I can't wait till we actually do get to sit down with the owner of Palé Pro,
Yeah.
because I want to pick his brain. He's got a mind for this, obviously.
Right.
If he's the one booking all this and stuff, a great mind. Because, dude, like, this is exactly what you want to see.
And in a good wrestling show, absolutely.
Yeah, straight up. And there was no blood.
Nope.
Nothing too racy or
I think I heard one
controversial.
major cuss word.
Yeah.
Right.
Other than that, like, no, dude. Like, I could have taken my kids to this.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Well, there was a bunch of kids there.
Yeah,
They
there
were
were.
all having a great time.
Oh yeah, dude. I almost heard the kids chanting more than I heard anybody else. But yeah, like that one kid behind us was real loud though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the matches were just great, and like the pacing was great, and like everybody that won, you felt like that's who should have won,
Hmm.
even when it might not have been your favorite that won. Like it was still really good. But so next is your favorite probably, huh?
What?
Gideon Malico and Gideon Vane versus
Yeah. Yeah.
Alan A. Fuego.
Well, I mean, look, man, Malico's like my favorite North Texas wrestler. I've seen him live multiple times, and
Yeah,
I love his character. I love, it's just he's fun to watch. And then
yeah,
you put on top of that my favorite, one of my favorite AEW, a couple of my favorite AEW wrestlers for that matter, right?
yeah,
With Fuego del Sol and Alan Angels, and then who was Vane?
yeah. Gideon Vane. Yeah,
Gideon Vane. I haven't seen much of him, but I'm definitely impressed with what I saw tonight, and the way he interacted with Malico. It didn't look bad. Like it looked like they were having fun and it pulling it off right.
no, dude, and that's what I was gonna say is the chemistry that those gentlemen had in that match was great.
Yeah,
Eh,
yeah,
The like all the hugging
yeah.
thing, how that kind of went through the whole
Match.
thing
Yeah.
until the eventual payoff where they made him hug, and then Malico hung on for uncomfortably too long.
That's why I love Malico. He's so
Yeah, dude, like, yeah, no, you put me on Malico, dude, and tonight I think I've become a fan for sure, honestly. I mean, because I've gone back and watched a couple of his matches, and I was like, oh yeah, it's real good, but I never got it like I did tonight.
Have you watched
Because,
any of his promo work?
no, I
That
plan on it.
please do, because that's where he really shines. But that the Malico character is, it's just really good, man.
Yeah,
So put it on, man. Watch it. But so yeah, he's Fuego del Sol and Alan Five Angels, vlog crew. You know, I watch all the vlogs and stuff on YouTube, so I'm real hip on those cats.
yeah,
But so that was definitely a treat. And then the story that they told between each other with the whole, you know, they're friends, let's hug. They're not friends, let's not hug. And then, like you said, forcing the hug later.
yeah,
Man, the whole thing was just great.
yeah. Like Malico was on the outside, he was like, should we hug? Gideon Vane's like, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. It was really good, dude.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, it was fun. I liked it. And so, Fuego and Alan Angels picked up the win.
Yeah.
We obviously knew that.
Yeah, that was yeah. And which
I
is
mean-
fine. That's how it should have happened anyhow.
Yeah. See, if you're gonna do stuff like that, if you got like a 2-night event going on,
Right.
that's when you do like 50-50 booking.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? Build heat the night before. That way you get people want to come back on Saturday and see that sweet revenge. But yeah, man, I thought it was a really great match. Then next, we had the Butterfinger Championship match
Good God.
between the Butterfinger Champion, Savage Gentleman, and Lance Archer. And dude, it was a really good match. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, his little peanut
So-
butter brigade.
Yeah, okay, so I learned about Savage Gentleman via Lady Frost,
Yeah, same.
right? Because she was a standout at Empower. You know what I mean? So I started trying to deep dive into some of her stuff, and then I realized that her husband is Savage Gentleman, and he's also a wrestler. And then I watched a few of his matches, and I really like what he does. It's almost like, man, and I hate to say this, it's almost like the gimmick that Marty Scurll wanted to have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But it's so much better. Nah, yeah, dude. I mean, his promo works great. Like, it's all good. He's got that just shit cocky heel air about him.
Yeah, I watched. I think he put out a little vignette on Twitter about the lead up to this championship bout.
Yeah.
I watched it the other day between him and Lance Archer. That was pretty. I really love these wrestlers that take this stuff into their own hands. Like, I'm sure I would imagine that he edited the video. He put all that together and put it out there.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
And the fact that that these guys are doing that just to promote themselves is really great to see.
Right. Right. But yeah. So anyways, Savage Gentleman came out with his peanut butter platoon, which is
The platoon. That's right.
Which is look. So it looked like children. It looked like children. It might have just been smaller dudes, like me, but from the front row they look pretty small. So, but yeah, so they ended up jumping Lance Archer, getting the DQ.
Yeah.
So Savage Gentleman retained, and then Lance Archer made butter out of those peanuts.
Poor kids.
Poor kids. He was like, I'm hitting my finisher on all of y'all.
There was little peanut helmets flying everywhere.
Bro, it was pretty terrible.
But yeah.
I felt bad for those kids after that. I was like, oh man.
Dude, but just imagine being one of those kids. Most of those kids are probably a student with the school, the wrestling academy, whatever they run out of, and they got brought on. They probably helped put up the stage or put up the ring and all that, and then to get to be chokeslammed by Lance Archer, just to be able to be chokeslammed by Lance Archer is a goal,
Right.
So they just met that goal. It's got to be an awesome experience. I'd imagine.
How ridiculous are we to be like, yeah, it'd be cool to like get power bombed through a table or something by some of my wrestling heroes. That'd be cool.
Well, eventually I'm gonna start having. I definitely want to catch some chops.
Well, I mean, so look, I mean, at least me and you have both done some type of time in the industry, and we know how to take a bump.
Yeah.
We've taken bumps, right? So
Yeah.
it's not like we don't have any knowledge. Dude, that's why I'm that's why I'm such a fan, man. It's like I'm 40 years old now, and I am broken.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Dude, the whole time I'm there, I'm just like, man, I want to get in that ring so bad. I'm too old and. Yeah. But hey, man, DDP didn't start until he was 35, right?
36 years old.
36? That's how old I am? I don't know. Maybe I should get on that DDPY and see what happens.
Yeah.
I pay for it already every fucking month.
You pay for DDP yoga?
Yep.
How long have you been? Never mind. We're gonna have this conversation.
We'll have this conversation later. Anywho.
So after the DQ and Lance Archer cut a little promo asking if everybody was stoked, having a great time, and of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he said, don't forget about Suzuki Goon. Gonna put the knuckles to Moxley and Kingston.
Dude, that's gonna be so good.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good. So yeah, and dude, that's cool that they're letting them plug their shit coming up.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean? I think that's pretty important.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, so then we get to the main event. Alex Zane and Stallion Rogers.
Yep. Well, that's what we had thought.
Yeah. And then TJP shows up.
Out of nowhere.
Out of fucking nowhere.
I hadn't seen him at all. Like, because we got there early, right? And we saw a bunch of guys coming in and everything. Never once saw TJP.
Nope. I didn't either. So, but earlier in the day, Palé Pro had retweeted something that TJP had tweeted. Which isn't that odd because they do retweet some things from wrestlers on
See,
occasion that
I didn't see that. All I saw was that there was going to be a surprise. The tweet that they put out saying there's going to be a surprise.
which one, Charlie Haas or TJP? You know what I mean? Like they were both surprises, bro. Like
Yeah.
I was shocked to see Charlie Haas, and then TJP was just like I was I was real excited for that because did you see the match? God, it was great. There was a couple little spots that I seen where Alex Zane missed a little, but that dude was in LA last night.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Dude, he's been all over in the past week, man.
Ohio to Pennsylvania to LA to Texas in less than 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm sure he's tired. I'm sure he needs a little break. You know what I mean? Like, and I think he wrestles again in like 3 or 4 days. In like 2 or 3 days.
You know, I don't know if it's I don't even necessarily think it's the wrestling. You know, in 3 days from now, it's the travel and everything that comes with it that it's just so.
Dude, no, I mean that's how it is for me at work. Like, I can go to work and break my back all day long, and it's not that big a deal. It's when I have to drive 2 hours home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know that's nothing in comparison to the traveling that these dudes. And
That's not even that's nothing. That's just the ride to the airport.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, and then being the tattoo convention circuit is kind of similar.
Yeah.
But it's a whole weekend. You're in the same spot, so it's still different because these dudes are sometimes hitting 3 cities in a weekend.
Well, just last night he was in that GCW spot. Yeah.
Yeah, and then was in Texas, and that was over at like 2 o'clock in the morning, our time.
So you know he hit that red eye.
He probably literally got out of the ring, got his shit, went to the airport.
Yeah.
Like, how do you even have time to do anything, and then put together a match like that?
And that's why these guys are the great.
Bro, that's why we do this specifically, is because of all those dudes and the women on other shows and shit. Is people need to know.
Right.
They need to know that these shows are happening and that there's great wrestling outside of. And man, there were still little storylines thrown off in there that will carry on.
That makes me want to go see the next event for sure.
Yes.
Especially because it's in our backyard.
And man, like, you can't sit here and say like it was perfect.
No.
It was great though, and it was perfect enough. You know what I mean? It's their 5th event as a promotion, right?
I think
and I'm pretty sure this is their 2nd time in the 360 arena.
Is it their 2nd time? I thought it was the first.
No, it's like because I want to say the last one was there too.
Okay.
It's like their second time so there's still going to be growing pains.
Yeah.
And look how long it took AEW to get their shit together, and they're a multi-billion-dollar company.
Right.
So for them to bang this card out tonight as smooth and as flawless as they did, with all the moving parts involved, bruh, this was exactly what I wanted to see in a wrestling show.
Yeah, exactly what I needed to see in a wrestling show.
Yeah. The only thing that I can say, honestly, I would like to see some women's matches.
I agree with that. Yeah, I said that when we first got home and got on. I was, that's the one thing I was disappointed is there wasn't any women's matches.
Right. Well, man, there's a lot of women's wrestlers, right? But I imagine it's kind of hard to book women's matches, right? I mean, I don't even know how I would go about doing something like that. I would have to find like a female wrestler that I'm cool with, and then be like, hey, do you know any other female wrestlers that you're cool with? Because, but I would absolutely, I think there's plenty of Texas women, and I think there's plenty of other independent wrestlers out there. And I'm sure there's plenty of women on AEW that would love to come and get some ring time in.
Right. Oh, man, get like Abaddon.
See, dude, like, yeah. I think it would be cool to, see some women's matches too, along with all of that action.
That'd be nice.
Or like even like Pretty Proper, have Savage Gentleman and Lady Frost go up against somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I think that would be.
That would be pretty dope.
But other than that, man, like, other than just no women's matches, but you can't really. You can't, whatever. Like, I'm sure they're working on it.
I'd imagine.
I'm sure, like I said, it's their 5th show. And it was amazing. It was stacked, dude. How many matches was it? A bunch. 1, 2, 3,
8,
4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 matches.
Yep. 10 matches.
It started at, well, I mean, is that including the 6-man at the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay. So 6:30 is when that started to 10 o'clock. It was like 10:30, I think, maybe. No.
No, I was home at like 10:15.
Right, yeah, so it ended at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. So not bad.
No, not
3-hour
at all.
show. 10 matches in 3 hours. 10 matches in 3.5 hours. That's perfect, dude. You can't even.
Way better than 33 hours of Raw. Way better.
Bro.
I'd rather spend every Monday rewatching that than watch Raw.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would pay to watch. I would repay.
Every time.
I would rather pay to watch it every time than watch Raw again. But yeah. So what'd you think,
Dude, I had a great time, man. It's definitely the wrestling show because I needed to hit a little local thing, man, and it was definitely the show to do it at. I'm really glad we went.
Yeah, man. I'm stoked to see more of their stuff, and I definitely want to try and get
Catch
some.
the next.
Yeah.
Catch the next one for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Maybe get some live footage while we're there.
Well, we got a little bit. Check the Twitter.
Yeah. Check our Twitter out. We're posting. We're gonna post a bunch of stuff from there.
Yeah, we haven't posted nearly all of it yet, so.
No, but we will be. But yeah, man, dude, I enjoyed it immensely, and I can't wait to see what Palé Pro is gonna continue to do. I think they've got the right idea.
Yeah.
It felt good, and I think that's really what the. Isn't that why we watch, dude? Is to feel good. When it was all over, dude, I felt great. I wasn't dissatisfied by any stretch of the word. I was elated, dude. I was excited to get home and review it.
Right. I hurried home as soon as I could.
Yeah, I was stoked. I was stoked to talk about it. So,
Well, there we go. We did. We came. We saw. We talked about it.
I'm tired.
I'm tired too. I'm trying to
Take us out, fat man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming with us today and being on this journey with Palé Pro and their awesome cheat code. Make sure you hit that subscribe, crush that like button, leave a comment down below if you're interested in seeing some cool indie shit. I'm the real fat man. This my boy is Needle Kane. We out.
Shit like Big Van Vader but black. Fuck around and put motherfuckers' heads in the bag like I was slack. Cause these stupid motherfuckers really don't get the message. This the best little wrestling podcast in Texas. Motherfuckers.
Check them off like a wish list.